In this episode, we got some pretty interesting games. So the first one is against AFC Wimbledon at home. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. The 21st in the league table. So obviously we know history and my form of playing against teams that low. They're not always going the way I wanted. So I'm even going to go ahead and play some of the youngsters. I know I just can't stop myself, but it's just the way I like to do it. Some of the youngsters get some run out and get some pretty decent experience in the team. The next one is probably the biggest game of the episode. Now, you're looking at that thinking, Oldham, they're not a very good side. Well, we're playing them away from home and they're 5th in the league table. A very, very hard game, and I really hope that we can get a result from this one, because if we don't, then it could be really, really hard for us this rest of the season. And then we've got the final game of the episode, which is at home to Walsall. They're 18th in the league table, so not so low as AFC Wimbledon, but still, it could be a dangerous game and probably going to be a game that I'm going to struggle in. Now, that would be all the games in this episode, but in the next episode, we obviously got another one against AFC Wimbledon away from home, and then we cross over into the promised land of January. Now, I might be making some transfers, I might not. It's one of those things that I've got to look at the budget, and then I've got to look at getting some players out of the team. Now, I don't know who 100% is going to be leaving, but we do have Abdu and Tony Craig as potential players leaving through the Millwall exit door. I don't quite know just yet, but they're the two that come to mind when I start thinking that they're a little bit too old and they're not getting as much game time as probably what I should be giving them. So let's just get ahead to the team selection for this game against AFC Wimbledon, and obviously when it comes to January we can talk about the transfers then. Right, so this is the team that I'm going to be playing against AFC Wimbledon. So in goal we're going to go with Tom King. I didn't realise how close he was to actually being a 60 rated. He might actually stay at the club for that reason solely, as he won't be too bad of a runner-up to Jordan Archer. Obviously, he would be the third goalkeeper. And I've seen Harry Gerlin's potential. So King and Gerlin have pretty decent potentials, so they might be staying at the club. Then the left-back is Cheeseman. I've kept him on. I think that he needs to get more game time as he wasn't playing for a lot of this season so far. Webster and Hutchinson will remain as the two defenders in the centre. And then the right-back is Marlon Romeo. Then David Worrell switches from the left side to the right side just to get some game time in this match. Then Kyron Farrell comes in and partners Sean Williams in the centre of midfield. Wild then comes in obviously as Worrell switched over to go on the right side. And then two strikers will remain as Lee Gregory and Sunil Chietri. Now on the bench I've got Thompson, Craig, Evans, Twaddock, O'Brien, Ferguson and Cummins. And the reason I was doing it in this selection is I wanted to tell you that Fred is going to be out for 4 weeks, because I can't remember quite whether I told you that or not, but obviously now you know if I didn't. So let's just get into the game against AFC Wimbledon. On AFC Wimbledon are the lowest scoring team. This could be interesting, but it has not worked in our favour when we've played one in that lowest scoring before. Back to Marlon Romeo. Romeo, it's fell to Sean Williams. Great save. Sunil Chedri tried to score, and it's come off the defender, so I don't know whether that will go down as a Sunil Chietri goal or it'll go down as an own goal. But to be honest, who actually cares? It's gone in the back of the net. What calamity defending there. And wow, we have the lead in almost the 9th minute there. It came straight off the defender. There was nothing the goalkeeper could have done. Slightly lucky, but you know, I don't mind. We can take this. It's a goal at the end of the day, and it does go down as a Jake Reeves own goal. So I do feel slightly unlucky for him, but we're winning. It doesn't matter. Wardwell Taylor's almost beat the entire defence. Fantastic work. He's crossed it in. Oh my word. There was no one there to get that. He's going to find Marlon Romeo, and Romeo will free it through, hopefully to Gregory. He's going to have the shot. It's blocked. It's back to Lee Gregory. Gregory with a shot. Oh, a great save by the keeper there. The scores on the doors at half-time. So you've got MK Dons drawing with Coventry City. You've then got Charlton and Bradford City drawing 1-1. And then you've also got a 1-0 lead for Bury away from home to Sheffield United. And well, the rest of the results are there so you can see them yourselves. An absolute domination is what is actually happening in this game. And I've just realised it's the game before Christmas. So this would be a Christmas present gifted to us by Jake Reeves for scoring that own goal. Obviously, I don't expect it to stay 1-0, but as it stands, we are definitely the team that deserves to be leading. We should have scored a lot more goals. Their goalkeeper has been in inspired form. Clark has kept everything from not going into that back of his net. So we can only hope for a better second half. I mean, we can't really have much of a better second half because we've done so well, but we just hope to put some more balls into the back of the net. who's going to stop. And he's now got space to run into. Wild. He's going to lay it off. Oh, and it's gone in the back of the net with Lee Gregory shooting there. I honestly didn't expect him to get that off and then put it into the back of the net. But who cares? He's put it in the back of the net. And, well, we will take it. I mean, let's have a look at this again. Wild put it in fantastically. I didn't think he was going to get to it because the defender was there. I thought the defender was clearly going to block it. And he didn't. And Gregory just about put it into the back of the net. So that is Gregory's 10th goal of the league campaign. And we're not doing too bad in this one. It's 2-0 now. Game on. We could clearly get a lot more goals. And we're going to put this into the box. Gregory with the header, and he scores. What a powerful header by Lee Gregory. I don't think I've ever seen Gregory do something like that. What a goal. I was really not expecting us to score the corner. And out of all the players, I did not expect it to be Lee Gregory who headed the ball into the back of the net. What a fantastic looping header. And there was nothing the keeper, how good he is, could have done about that. And I believe that is Gregory's 11th. Yes, it is. He is doing very well. I'm clearly thinking he's the top goal scorer in the league at the moment. I'm going to try and get past George Frankham. Can he do this? He probably will, but it's going to take a lot to do so. And he does. He plays it in behind for Williams. Sean Williams lays it off to Kyron Farrell. Oh, and Farrell scores. That's, if I remember rightly, his first goal for Millwall. Obviously, he's a young player in this squad. And that will be a very good moment to remember. As they say, you always remember your first goal. And, well, he definitely will remember this one. It might be a slight bit lucky, but it's 4-0 now. And he's played his part in this game. And he's done it fantastically. I put him in here as a gamble, but he has been fantastic. It was a great move. Played back by Williams. And then Farrell tucked it just over the keeper. And a very, very good finish for someone so inexperienced. And I can't complain. We have scored so many goals in this game. We're clearly doing really well. This could be means for a promotion campaign now. And that is his first in the league, as I mentioned earlier. Up in this scoreline, their keeper can't do everything for them. And, well, they could score. They don't. You see, chances like that they should be burying. And I believe that was Lyle Taylor who went ahead and missed it. I mean, King probably wouldn't have saved it, and it would have gone in the back of the net. And we won 4-0. What a fantastic game. I'm not going to lie. It probably was due to the fact that they weren't a very good side. And obviously the one shot they had on target just still wasn't that good. And King made an easy save from it. But this team played fantastic. I don't care who it's against. The amount of goals they scored is very, very promising. Gregory got 2. Kyron Farrell scored in this game. That's something new. I hope that he'll be doing really well in the future. I played him as a bit of a gamble as well as King. And they've both done pretty well. I mean, King didn't really have to do much. But King kept a clean sheet and Farrell scored a goal. So, two youngsters got a bit of experience and actually did pretty well in the making of it. So, I can't ask for anything else apart from let's just get into the game. It's going to be a lot harder against Oldham Athletic. So, let's get into that game. Hopefully, it should be a really, really interesting game, knowing that we scored 4 in this one. Right, everything I said about the last game being the last one before Christmas, well, I was wrong. We have one on Christmas Eve, the day before, obviously, Christmas, which would be the 25th. Quite surprising. I didn't realise that was going to actually happen, but the more you know, I guess. So, we've then got the team selection here. I've changed a few of the players, as this is obviously against a strong opposition. So, the first one is the goalkeeper, Angus Gunn. He's come in instead of Tom King. King wasn't going to play in this game anyway. It would have been Archer or Gunn, because King just isn't good enough. The left back is Paul Rooney. He swaps in for Noah Cheeseman. He wanted to play a game, so I thought, why not? Otherwise, we would have had a better left back in this position. We then got the two centre-backs, which remain the same as Webster and Hutchinson. The right back as Romeo still. The right midfielder still as Worrell. Two centre midfielders of Kyron Farrell, the goal scorer in the last game, and Callum Butcher, who replaces Williams. The left midfielder is Ferguson. He comes in to replace Greg Wild. I wasn't impressed with him in that game, despite I believe Wild got an assist. And then the two strikers were Lee Gregory and Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien replaces Chietri, as I just want to freshen up the strike force a little bit. Worrell's got to get past Reckford. Oh, and he's still going with the ball despite everything. And it's now with Marlon Romeo. Romeo to find Callum Butcher. Butcher is going to lay it off to Marlon Romeo again. Romeo through to Lee Gregory. He's still moving with the ball. He'll thread it through to David Worrell. who slips, has the shot. Marlon Romeo had the shot. Kyron Farrell has the shot, but then Ripley makes the save. Reckford to Clock. Clock to Irwin. He has the shot. It's into the back of the net. Oh my word. So frustrating, but all I can say is Oldham have wanted it more than us at the moment. They really are playing well, and I'm going to be honest, it's not really working in certain areas of the pitch.
Everything changes.
I really don't know where to put this ball because I know that they're just going to get on the end of it or not. It goes into the back of the net. How did that happen? It's Lee Gregory with the goal. A lucky bounce to Gregory. I honestly don't know. And he will go and celebrate with a Gareth Bale celebration. But come on. There is a goal for us in this game. I'm really just as shocked as you guys would be. What on earth happened? It fell to Gregory. And, well, you can't give Gregory a simple opportunity like that. Of course he's going to score. He is the top league's goal scorer at the moment, and we've got back in this game, in a game where we've really not been that good and probably don't deserve it. Scores on the doors at half time. Our next opposition, Walsall, are beating Bolton. We then have Bradford are losing to Swindon 1-0, and then we also have Northampton are drawing 0-0 with Southend United. But apart from that, the rest of the results are here and you can see them yourselves. So let's just get in to see how we've been doing in this game. Okay, it honestly felt like they've been doing a lot better than us. I guess defensively they have been, because we've been doing just as good as we did at half-time against AFC Wimbledon. So maybe we might be able to turn this game around, get a win out of it. But a point against Oldham isn't the worst case scenario. I mean, I'd prefer a win, but at the end of the day, a draw against a team in 5th definitely is a lot better than draws that I have got in the past. So let's just get into the second half. Surely we can at least hold on to this. If we can't, I will be slightly upset because I want at least a point from this game. And we will kick off for the second half. I do sense there's a bit of lack of energy that went into the half-time whistle, and so getting that goal was a bit of a relief. But the only thing I do worry about now is how do we go on from this point in the match. Ferguson. He's going to play it to Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien threaded through to Shane Ferguson. Ferguson, oh, he's put it in the back of the net. As I was saying, how do we move on from this point? And then Ferguson pops up and puts it into the back of the net just after half-time. Where on earth is he going? I don't think he knows, but he's gone to celebrate on top of the boards. And there we go. We have a 2-1 lead. Very, very happy with this. I'm not going to lie. This gets a lot of that stress off my shoulders of where we're going to go. He threaded it through to Ferguson, and Ferguson P-rolled it into the back of the net. It's about time we started putting it into the back of the net against Ripley. He's made so many saves in this game so far, and this game could be open for interpretation to see how this could go, but I hope that I'll be on the winning side by the end of it. And that's Ferguson's 3rd in the league. He's not doing too bad. Obviously, he had a pre-season where he scored absolutely loads of goals. Lee Gregory. Given to Aidan O'Brien, who's going to get in behind here. Aidan O'Brien puts it into the back of the net. Well, the defence has fallen apart in recent minutes in this match. I thought I was playing against Oldham, who was 5th, but at the moment they're not playing like a team that's that high in the league table. I mean, that was a bit lucky with the terms of actually just no one went for it. But O'Brien will score. He scores goals, and he's got a pretty decent record in the league so far for goals. So I'm very happy that he's got one on the score sheet in this match. And let's see how many he scores. So he's got 5 in the league so far. I believe he's got a couple in the cup, so he's not doing too bad this season. And he is a growing progressional player, obviously not as old as Lee Gregory. Right, and we're going to be making 3 substitutions here. I'm going to take Lee Gregory off, unfortunately, again. I think he's played a good part in this game. Ferguson will come off with him, also so will Kyron Farrell. As Joe Martin comes on in left midfield, Jamie Philpott comes on, and so does Jimmy Abdu. Hopefully that can just add some freshness and energy to the game, just to keep the result the way it is. And O'Brien, who has been on the pitch the whole game, who's got to get behind Peter Clark. O'Brien is still going. He's going to put it in here. Oh, is that a penalty? I believe it is. That is terrible defending by their captain. And so rightly, he's given a red card. What on earth was going through his head there? What did he expect to happen? What a poor tackle. I mean, he could have just hustled and harried O'Brien out of the area because he was very close to being off the pitch. But look at this. No, he won't. He's just going with a lunge that completely takes out O'Brien. We've got a penalty. And Aidan O'Brien will step up to take this. Will he score? No, he won't. What a save by Ripley. We've got a corner. When they scored so early on, I really was worried that the game would end up going in Oldham's favour. In the end, it didn't, and we won 3-1. So for that, I'm very happy and very grateful. But obviously, some players will need to come in and out of the team for the next one against Walsall. So all we can do is we can go ahead and congratulate our team on this win and then go into that game against Walsall or the team selection. So let's see who we're playing against Walsall. Right, and this is the team for the final game of the episode. There's only one player remaining from the last team that played against Oldham Athletic, and that is just due to fitness levels. I completely didn't realise that 2 days after that game, we would be playing in this game, and well, the levels were completely ruined in terms of fitness. So this is the team we've gone with. In goal, it's going to be Jordan Archer. The left back is Saborit. The two centre backs are Nelson and the captain, Hutchinson. Now, Hutchinson's very tired, so it might mean he may have to come off at one point during the game. Who knows, we'll have to see. The right back is Cummins. The right midfielder is Evans. The two centre midfielders are Vulbala and Thompson. The left midfielder is Wild, and the two strikers are Morrison and Philpott. I'm hoping for a win in this game, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Obviously, some of these players don't always play, so it's going to be interesting to see how they perform in this game where they're given the chance to impress. Wild. Through to Jamie Philpott. Can he score? Yes, he can. Jamie Philpott scored. Well, that's definitely a shock. Philpott with the goal. We're leading 1-0. You don't see this every day. Jamie Philpott has struggled to score goals all career mode, or at least so far. And so a goal there is very refreshing to see that every now and then he will get one. Obviously, he has to progress as a player. He has to grow and eventually get into the team, but I've been giving him more time to help him grow. I'm trying to adopt the youth team policy here at Millwall like we usually do in real life, and well, Jamie Philpott's definitely benefiting from it. He's not scoring so much, but he's getting game time on keeping the ball. Vulbala to Saborit. Saborit through to Morrison, who has a very heavy touch, but he might still get on the end of it. He does. Steve Morrison with the shot. What was that for a shot? And that's wide. To Vulbala. Vulbala to Thompson again. Thompson tries to flick it over the top for Steve Morrison, who doesn't always get on the end of things, but he does win it back without committing the foul. He's still going with the ball. Morrison pretty through to Ben Thompson. He hits a defender. Thompson hits it again, and it's straight at Everidge in the end. Scores on the doors at half time. We have a lot of draws, and so the ones that aren't draws are the fact that Shrewsbury's beating Northampton, Sheffield United are beating Chesterfield, Fleetwood are beating Port Vale, and then Charlton are beating Gillingham. And obviously we're winning in our tie at the moment, so hopefully we can just continue on the form we're doing in this match. But obviously all we can do is quickly see how we're performing in terms of the statistical side. Okay, so it's pretty interesting. We're doing pretty well. Obviously they've had one shot on target, so in the end, they're kind of getting there now, and I feel that I'm starting to win a lot more than what I should be. So maybe upping the difficulty could be a possibility. So I will probably keep it the same for the first game of the next episode, and maybe the next episode in general. But I'll like to see what you guys think between that time, and obviously I'll let you know again in the next episode, and then we can go from there. So let's just get into the second half. Thompson to Wild. Wild can now try and lead it away. No, he hasn't yet. And that's a foul, surely. The referee doesn't seem to think so, but thankfully Philpott will find Cummins. Cummins tries to play it in behind for Steve Morrison, and he gets it in behind to Morrison. We're still going. Morrison with the shot. It's blocked. It's back to Steve Morrison. He hits it again. How easy was that for the veteran striker? The keeper basically moved to the other side of the goal, and Morrison makes it 2. I don't think he scored very many this season, but that one's probably got to be one of his easiest goals he's got for Millwall in his time playing for us. And I do like that the team are all celebrating here, but let's have a look at this again. So we had the shot, it was blocked, and then Everidge moved to open up the whole other side of the goal that he wasn't in. Look at this, that was just really, really poor by him. I guess that could be a reason why Walsall are so low in the league while they are at the moment. Who knows? But obviously, I'm not going to complain. We've got a second. That should be the win guaranteed now. Yes, that's Morrison's second goal in the league. The other one was against MK Dons when he got that easy header as well. So he's had simple goals and he has scored them. Morris to Udsma. Udsma to Morris. Swung in. Got to get rid of it. Why did we deal with it like that? Crazy defending, and they've scored from poor defending. Ouch. That really hurts. I mean, I don't want to look at this again, but we're going to have to. And, well, when you don't defend, you do get punished. Look at that for poor defending. Oh, yep, let's just flick it away lightly. He has a simple header to put into the back of the net. Probably the easiest goal that Cruyff has ever scored in his life. But, hey-ho, that's the way our defending goes sometimes. And I kind of expected it. But we're still not drawing or losing yet. So we've still got that win, which is all that matters at the end of the day. Evans plays it to Jamie Philpott, who could get in behind. He's still going. Jamie Philpott is going to have the shot. Great save. Morrison, tap in. There you go. It's 3-1 now. We get the goal. Morrison with another simple goal. But who cares? 3-1. A goal is a goal. We will score it again and go celebrate over there with your substitutional friends. The guys that haven't come on the pitch because I didn't think we needed them. And there we go. I've proved myself right. Steve Morrison celebrating with the subs. That's got to have won the game. This is an important goal, you know. And Philpott was very unlucky not to have scored. And, well, Morrison had the simple chance of... He probably could have walked it in, I'm going to be honest. It wasn't that hard for the veteran. He scores goals for fun, usually. And, well, there's another goal for him. So that's his third, if I'm rightly saying, in the league now. Philpott scored and we won it in the end. So 3-1 is a very good result. Obviously, if we take a look at how the players performed in this game, then we see Morrison played really well. We had Hutchinson do well, Thompson do well. Our midfield was fantastic. Even Evans did really well, even though he didn't always have the ball. I mean, let's have a look at Evans' stats. So, yeah, he didn't really do too much, did he? And, well, the team did well. Philpott scored. So, that's all I care about. Morrison and Philpott confirmed a very good partnership. Well, the start of one. It's a shame that Morrison's just too old, so he's probably not going to be here for too much longer. But all we can do now is quickly have a look at the league table, and then we will end the episode. We've done really well. We've won 3 games in a row in this episode. I'm very, very happy to see that. Definitely think that this could be a very good start for something for with us. Right, and this is the league table. So obviously, we are currently third. We're then 2 points off of Chesterfield, and we are not far off going into a title battle with our big rivals, Charlton. Imagine that, a title race with Charlton to see who would win the first place, and obviously the winners of League One to go to the Championship. What a battle that would be. I'd love to see that. Now, as for the rest of the teams, the ones in the playoffs, we have Oxford United, who are 4 points off of us. We then have Bolton and Oldham. Now, we played Oldham in this game, and Oldham obviously lost to us, and they're very close to falling out of the playoffs. Now, if we move further down into the league table, we have Fleetwood Town, Port Vale, Rochdale and Peterborough all in the relegation zone, with AFC Wimbledon just above Fleetwood by 1 point. And obviously Walsall are very close as well. They're not doing too well in the league at the moment. Now, for teams that aren't doing as well as what I probably would have expected, well, we have Gillingham sitting at 17th. They're definitely a lot better than that. And then we have Bradford in 12th. Obviously, that may just be a technical minor glitch in the team, but they'll probably do a lot better come the January period, which is obviously coming up, so we can only wait and see. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, I will see you guys in the next Millwall Career Mode. But until then, goodbye.